Welcome to the Rack and Review, a comprehensive look into Propellerhead's Reason devices and refills. Well, today I would normally be doing a full-on review, but we're going to be changing things up a bit. Quite frankly, my schedule has been pretty crazy. I've had Denver Comic-Con, I've had Eddie Izzard, I've had family stuff. I got a 3-year-old and I'm editing and creating these videos by myself. As much as I'd love to just go ahead and do a video every week, sometimes it's just not going to be possible. Along with the fact that I also do music. With all that, I wanted to make sure I put something out, especially because right now we have the May Madness sale. We have some things up to 75% off. You could be saving a ton of money if there are things that you were going to end up buying, but you weren't sure what to buy. So I decided I'd go ahead and do a pull list. So this week it's going to be a pretty quick video, but we're going to cover a bunch of stuff that you should be checking out. Starting off though, we're going to check out the rigs. Now I'm going to tell you what's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. Now we have 3 rigs. You have the synthetic, you have the outboard, and you have the backline. Now all of these offer a great discount, and now they're all $50 off of that normal price. Well, if you're going to ask me what I think you should probably check out, I'm going to tell you the synthetic and the outboard are going to be the 2 that you really need to look at. The backline is nice, but it doesn't give you the same amount of value, and quite frankly, it doesn't give you the same amount of versatility. Now, the synthetic gives you a lot of instruments, gives you a lot of things that you can use on a little bit of everything, different genres, all that stuff. So you get a couple drum synths, you get a couple bass synths, you get some old school emulation synths, you get a bunch of stuff. On top of all that, you get some things to control it. It's a nice rig. But if you had to ask me the best bang for your buck, it would be the outboard rig. Now the reason for that is you get a bunch of stuff that you can use on everything, any style of music, and quite frankly, just a lot of different things here. Now, along with that, you get some of the best things and some of the things I use all the time, which would be the C-Link devices. Quite honestly, I wouldn't be able to do these videos with the dynamic use of voice because without the leveler. It's just quite honestly one of the best compressors available, especially with vocals, especially if you're going to be doing any kind of voiceover work. So that is an awesome thing. The de-esser is another one. I use it so often now, I don't even know what I do without it. It makes it very easy to set up. You're not spending a whole lot of time trying to find that right frequency, trying to figure out how to get the compression just right. It's pretty much the perfect de-esser, especially for the Reason system. But things that are going to give you the best bang for your buck are the last 2 devices in the list, which are the Softube SAR 1R the TSAR 1R reverb. That one is a nice reverb, but it's also $75. The other thing is the Softube Valley People Dynamite. Now you could just consider whether or not it's worth it, but honestly, you're paying the same price for this compressor alone as for the entire rig of all these other devices. You get exciters, you get bass enhancers, you get stuff you can use on everything. This is the best bundle for your price, for your money. Save yourself some money, buy this rig if you're gonna buy a rig. All right, well, here's for the rest of this stuff. Now, if you don't already have Reason 8, buying this for $15 won't be such a bad idea. If you plan on upgrading to Reason 8 at any point in the near future, I wouldn't really worry about this one because it comes with it. But Reason 8 comes with the Audiomatic transformer. We'll buy it for $15, which is a huge discount off of the $50 that you'd be paying. So I would say definitely check this out. It does a lot more than the little snapshot stuff it shows you. It's a pretty nice degradation device. It can actually act as an exciter, a bass enhancer. It does a lot of nice little stuff. It's all kind of wrapped into one thing. It's one knob, so it's really simple. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means it's very easy to use and does a lot of different things with one knob. But I definitely tell you to check this one out. It's not a bad device to look at. It's not a bad device to use. I use it way more often than you would regularly think. Along with that, the Ozone Maximizer, which we looked at the outboard rig, is on discount for 50%. So it's kind of a no-brainer if you're not gonna get the whole thing. It has a bunch of different options as a limiter. It also even has stuff for dithering. It's quite nice. It's one of those things that if you're gonna be doing final processing, to check out, especially at this great price. I tell you to go ahead and just get the Decam envelope shaper or the bus comp, but quite frankly, for the price of both of those together, well, less than that, $28 and you can get the entire bundle, which comes with the envelope shaper, the bus comp, which is basically modeled off of the SSL comp that we have in the end of our chain on the Reason 8 or 6 and above. And you also get an 1176. It doesn't necessarily quote itself as that, but that's exactly what this thing is. It even has the all-in or nuke button. It's a little bit different than the soft tube version, but it gives you a lot of power and some of that sound you might have been looking for. It's a nice thing to have. So I would definitely check this one out. It's a great bundle. You save a ton of money. Along with that, the McDSP compressor collection I've already reviewed. You know my thoughts on it. It's an amazing set of devices. It's actually really nice to have. I've been using it a ton on all my stuff now. What one compressor doesn't work on or sound as good on, another one does amazing on it. It just gives you a lot of options. So that's that. I want to say to pick up the bundle of this, but they don't have a discounted bundle. The bundle seems to have been completely removed. I contacted Kuassa but haven't heard anything back. But whether or not that's going on does not matter. What you should be checking out is if you're going to be doing any kind of amplification. It works great for anything, synths, all that stuff. I would check out the Vermillion. The Vermillion is probably my favorite out of these three devices. But if you do have other things, if you do a lot of shredding, like kind of guttural, punk rock, or metal, stuff like that, check out the Creme. All of these things are on discount right now. Save a little bit of money here. Along with that, the Cerberus bass amp is the best bass amp available within reason for a variety of sounds. I don't think it's necessarily the best for everything. There are some things that I really like a little bit more that I've kind of tweaked myself, including the RP Distort. But as far as being able to do a wide variety of different things, the Cerberus is awesome. So getting that at a discount is a good idea. So check that out. Along with that, the EVE-MP5 program equalizer, it's a Pultic EQ. The only one available in reason other than this is the one that's over $300 through Softtube, and it comes with a compressor and some other stuff. Now, while that's cool, comes with a bunch of stuff, that's pretty hefty for anyone to buy one plugin, even if it is like 3 devices in one. But this is 2 separate Pultics all in one. It's one of those things that people talk about. It's one of those things we've been begging for. Definitely check it out. It's got a $10 discount right now. It isn't a huge amount, but I mean, saving money on something that we've been asking for and probably been wanting for a long time isn't a bad idea. The C1 Alpha. This has been said to sound somewhat like a Fairchild 670. Quite honestly, I just love it on my buses. I've been using it up until now on all of my buses, and now I'm just kind of mixing and matching with the McDSP. It's an awesome device. For this price, it's really nice. I tell you, you really should probably check this out. It's got a bunch of awesome little settings. You have a limiter built in. It can upsample. There's not a huge difference in the sound between upsampling and leaving it as normal. So if you want to save that DSP, you can do that and you don't feel bad about it, like you're actually missing out on too much. It even has dither. It's a great device. Definitely check this one out too. Along with that, the Resampler. This is one of those devices I use so much, I forget about it. Basically, anytime you're using a synth, anything that's super clean, drums, whatever it may be, it's too easy to fall into the prey within reason that everything's too clean. Everybody says Reason sound. It's not Reason sound, it's just perfect sound. We get these things in our system that sound great in quality. They sound pristine. Problem is, we're not used to hearing stuff like that. We're used to hearing dirty gear. I mean, a lot of the stuff in these pro studios has been there for a long period of time. It might be secondhand. They might have had to repair it a couple of times. There's a degradation in sound, and quite honestly, if something sounds too clean, it doesn't sound as good. Those slight imperfections are the things that make everything beautiful, whether it be your music or the girl that you love. So it's a great thing to have something that can add that in. So I use this all the time on synths and basses and just everything. It's $15 right now, down from the $25. Definitely check this one out. I honestly, if you don't buy anything else, it's one of the things I would tell you to definitely buy. Along with that, the Red Queen. You're saving a bunch of money on this one. Normally it's $70 just about. Now it's $50. this thing is probably one of the most badass EQs within reason. It goes all over the place. It has a ton of features. Half of them you might not use, but if you don't use anything else, it uses great tin Pultic EQ. That's awesome. Or I'm sorry, not Pultic, parametric. It does great on your sounds. It's nice on a mastering chain. Also sounds great on your individual sounds. It's an awesome device. I'm also aware that it looks like Lab 1 is going to be updating this device at some point in the near future. There are other projects going on, but it's not a bad thing to have in your rack. I would definitely give this a look at, especially at this discount. Battle Axe. It's another one of those devices. When it comes to sound, you want something with a little bit of degradation. Maybe you want some grit. You want something powerful, some distortion. This is awesome. And it's coming at a pretty good discount. I would definitely check this one out. It's more than $10 off. This is an awesome device. The fact that you can even pop other things in between the chain is really nice. It's something that's not available in everything, something that should be. One thing that Kuassa could absolutely do, if you're listening, make it so that I can plug stuff in between the cabinet and the head. It would be awesome. But this thing has a lot of different things you can throw onto it. You can use it as a bunch of different ways. It sounds awesome. It's a great distortion device. Check it out. Now we're getting into all the synths. I just want to do these all at once. This one probably has the best discount right now, for 40% off at the intro discount. This is running till the 8th of June, so you actually have a little extra time. The FM4, it's an FM synthesizer. The only other one that exists within reason is the PX7, which is an emulation of the DX7, which although awesome, it has a ton of voices. It's got 6 voices. That's a lot. When you're trying to do all this as sources, it's hard. Being able to modulate this thing with just 4, it's really nice. It's easy to program. It has more waveforms. It's a nice device. It has had issues that people have noticed with DSP use. It does look like it's being looked at, but quite honestly, for this price, I'd go ahead and buy it now. It's going to be upgraded. I'm sure I'm going to end up doing a rack review about it at some point in the near future. I'm still learning a little bit about FM synthesis. It's a nice place to start. Check this one out. The Viking, you've seen me do a review on it. It's cheaper now, under the $80. Now it's $60. Check it out. It's an awesome device. I love this synth. It's something you see all the time. If you've seen my review, you will realize after looking at what a mini Move Voyager looks like, it's everywhere. You see it in music videos, you see it in video games, you see it everywhere. Definitely check this one out. Predator is on discount also. It's down from $120 to $85. That is awesome. This is a great price for an awesome synth. I haven't been able to purchase it, mostly because I love my family and I like feeding them. And if I just keep buying synths, they're going to destroy me. But if I had the money, somebody was willing to give me the money or the license, this would be one of those synths I would definitely have in my rack. It's awesome. It does a bunch of different things. It has all this stuff built into it. It's awesome. Definitely check this one out. The Parsec is another great synth. It's one of those things that's not really available anywhere else. Propellerhead does a great job of kind of coming up with things that we haven't really seen before and doing it in a very clean way. And apparently this thing has awesome DSP use. Check this one out. It's at an awesome discount also, down from $120 to $85. This thing's great. The last one I'm going to be showing you is the Synapse Antidote. I just bought this thing. I was holding out, had a little bit of extra money, birthday stuff happening. Bought this one on a whim. It's probably one of the best investments I've made. It does a little bit of everything. It has built-in effects into it. It's something I'm still kind of learning. It does so much. This is a great synth. I would definitely tell you to check this out. Some people call it CPU hungry. If you're programming this thing yourself, I don't really find it to be so much so. I think it's a lot of the effects that you're using, but I think it kind of just depends on how hard you're pushing this thing. But even so, it's probably one of the best synths within reason. It's not available anywhere else. So definitely check this one out. Overall, that's my pull list. The May Day sale is going to be going on until the 31st of May. Check out these devices, check out stuff that you think you might want to buy. There's a ton of stuff in there. There's some things I didn't cover, but I just covered some of my favorites on this full list. I've also heard the Futz box is amazing. I know the GQ7 is really nice. Personally, I prefer the Black Knight, but that's because I already have it. And quite frankly, I can't believe that anything does better surgical cutting, my EQ. But I could be proven wrong. There's a ton of stuff to check out. Definitely check out all these things. There's so much for you to buy. Spend your money. A lot of these guys are independent devs. If you have extra money, check it out. It couldn't hurt. Trial the devices. If you're gonna buy these things, trial them out first. Make sure you want them. Because I mean, even on a sale, you want to make sure that you're getting something that you're going to use. So I'm still doing that. Even with some of the devices I've looked at, I trial the stuff first just to make sure. But this has been Fretless Fingers with the Rack and Review. Comment if you like this video. If there's other things you think people need to know about that they need to buy, whether it's on sale or not, comment down in the stuff below. People read these comments. People check this stuff out. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be trying to keep up with this stuff. I got a bunch of other projects going on, but I'm committed to making sure you guys know about these things that are out there that you need to check out and or not, or somewhere in between. Once again, this has been Fretless Fingers with the Rack and Review. I will see you next time. Bye.